guys, we are on day 10 of Vlogmas and I'm in a different setup today. You guys asked me some questions over on Instagram. So this is why I tell you guys, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram at mycleanleaves, because I like to interact with you guys on Instagram. It's just easier than YouTube. And I asked you yesterday if you guys have any questions for me, and you asked them. So I'm going to answer them. This is gonna be a very chill video. All right, so let's just get right into it. Question number 1, what's your favorite holiday tradition? I think my favorite holiday tradition is decorating for Christmas. So we always decorate the day after Thanksgiving, and we've been doing that since the kids were little. I usually try to take the day off of work that day, it's a Friday, and we just spend the whole day decorating and kind of watching Christmas movies. The kids are getting older, so they weren't really into it this year, which is sad, but it's still fun. It's still fun for me. Okay, question number 2. What is something you wish you would have known at the beginning of the year? I mean, really? Do we really have to even answer that question? I wish I would have known that COVID was gonna happen, because I probably would have visited my mom more often, maybe like at least one other time before that all happened. Although I did go out there 3 times at the beginning of this year. So that was pretty good. I'm thankful for that. But I wish we would have known, so we could have prepared. A lot more toilet paper. Question number 3. How do you care for Pepperonia? So I have like 2 Pepperonia, and I don't treat them any different than like my philodendron, to be honest. Airy soil, neither are in leca, they're in soil. So just a very airy mixed soil, let them dry out, and water when they're dry. Easy peasy, but I'm not a Pepperonia professional, so I wouldn't ask me that question. Okay, question number 4. How many strings of things do you have? So I was trying, without counting, like going around counting, I was trying to think in my head. I think I have like 5 strings of things. String of bananas, string of hearts, string of pearls, variegated string of hearts. I can't remember. Anyway, I think I have 5. Okay, question number 6. Do you make your own moss poles? No, I don't. Not at all. I buy my moss poles. I'll have them listed in my Amazon store, linked below. But if you want to make a moss pole, Becca de la Plante has a really good tutorial on it. I think hers is the best method, so go check that out. Do you think staking your plants really help with their growth? I really do. My Monstera deliciosa, my Monstera adansonii, my Monstera Peru, all my Monsteras, a lot of my philodendrons, they all really benefit from being staked. And I just started staking my Hoyas, and I'm already noticing more growth. Now that could be my grow lights too, because they're under my grow lights, but I think that they just want to climb. And then they put out those aerial roots, and it really helps them grow. How are your leca plants doing, and do you still enjoy it as much as you did when you started? I absolutely do. I've had a couple casualties, which is normal. Maybe I'll do a whole other video on that. But I truly enjoy it, and I don't change anything I've said in any of my other videos. I'm still following the same method that I normally do. So I really enjoy it. And my plants enjoy them too. Enjoy it too. Okay. I don't know what number we're on, but we're just going to keep rolling with it. Are you sad that Becca moved? That was a funny one. I'm not sad that she moved, because I don't get to Arizona very often. And even when I did, she was 2 hours away from my mom. So we didn't get to see each other as much anyway. And now she's only 5 hours away from Chicago, so she can easily take a road trip to me. Stay tuned for that post-quarantine. Okay. How did you get started as a photographer? Okay, this might take me like 2 minutes. Sorry, babe, because he's editing this. But I always loved photography. Like, I always had a passion to do it, I think. And then he got me my first professional camera, and I was like, okay, I want to shoot weddings. And I started with a couple of like super small, cheap gigs, wedding gigs that I found online. And I built the website, and then we kind of just built it from there. And now there's no turning back. Even with a pandemic. Okay. Do I do more plant shopping and acquiring plants? Or do I spend more time taking care of the ones that I own? I definitely don't do a lot of plant shopping. I don't think any of us really have done a lot of plant shopping this year. unless you were shopping online, but I wasn't. I accumulated some plants this year from friends, so definitely gifting plants I feel is the way to go. Plant swaps are fun, but I enjoy taking care of the plants that I have, propagating them, creating new plants from the plants I have. Maybe that's just me being broke, but that's what it is. I didn't do a lot of shopping this year. Okay, last question. I need to get on my plant game. Where to start? Where do I begin? Okay, this is from a friend of mine. So for starters, I'm gonna bring you some plants after this freaking pandemic is over. So I'll help you get started. But I would start, if you have any friends that you can get plants from, like cuttings, start small so you can watch them grow. You can do that. I started honestly with big box stores. Now I wouldn't recommend this. Obviously I would prefer to shop small. If you have any local plant shops, we love, love, love Plant Shop Chicago and the farmers market, which is like a couple blocks down. So if you have some local plant shops in your area, check them out, because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get way more help in choosing your plants at a smaller plant shop than you will at a big box store. At a big box store, you're gonna get a 19-year-old that's like, oh yeah, the plants are outside, you know? So, but as far as starter plants go, I would start with pothos, monstera, and philodendron, certain philodendron. But yeah, I'll text you. But that's just a general guideline. I would start with like pothos and easy plants like that. Scindapsus or Syndapsus, like the professionals say. I call it a Scindapsus. Hoya are easy too. They really are. They're just harder to find. Okay, let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's Vlogmas video. It was a little different, a little cozy. I have my coffee, I have my sweater, I have my candle. I don't even know what flavor that is. It's Jay's, and I'm in Jay's studio. So how do you like this setup? Do you want me to film more here? I don't think he does. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go out.